Hello there guys, I hope that you have a wonderful day. I know I am. And without further ado, let's begin the what if. So you guys asked for it, here it is. I won't do a recap, so if you want to know what happened, go watch the video. So after Izuku's transformation, everyone are left in awe. Because 1. All Might is alive. 2. He just revealed that he's Izuku Midoriya. And 3. He went from a demon to an angel. Young Midoriya, is that you? All Might asked. Izuku looked at him and confirmed it, with a small smile. I will explain what happened later. Now, and he looked at All for One. I will end this fight right now. He opened his wings and flies straight at him with immense speed. He created a shockwave, and for the next minute, they fought. And at first, they were equal, and that is already shocking to everyone since he was fighting toe-to-toe with All Might. But soon Izuku started getting the upper hand, and with each second pass, he gained more. And after a minute, he avoided the All for One's attack, and he flipped above him. Then he sent him to the ground with a fierce kick to his face. He was covered with rubble, but he soon emerged out of it, screaming at Izuku on how he got this strong. Long story short, I fully unlocked my quirk. Fully? You mean? Yes, my previous form was just an incomplete transformation, or the complete manifestation of my power. And because of your actions, here I am. So in a way, I should thank you, and as a reward, I will make it quick and painless. And trust me, bastard like you don't deserve it. Orphan start laughing. Don't get cocky, kid. Let me show you the true power of the collections of the core that I have. Then his right arm started growing more and more. Lest you try stopping this. Then he charged at Izuku. And while he's charging at him, Izuku is having a conversation with the previous vessels. And he explained even though he doesn't want to do it, All for One need to be gone. Not only he know how much evil All for One is, but he can feel the souls that he imprisoned when he took their quirks, begging for mercy and begging to be free, and also for revenge. Everyone understood, even though they were against it, except for the second and third user. If not for Izuku's mentality as a hero, they would actually support him. So after the conversation ended, it only took a couple of seconds, Izuku pulled his hand back and clashed with All for One, and that caused a massive shockwave. At first they were equal, but slowly cracks appearing on All for One's arm, and his eyes widen? He doesn't have eyes, you know what I mean. Not only because of the arm, but also he's in front of the previous users. He laughed at first for seeing his brother again, but soon chains come from the ground wrapping him, forcing him on his knees. He tried to break out of it, but soon he realized that he can't. What's this? This is your end, Izuku replied calmly. I really don't want to kill you, but I know people like you. You just want to watch the world burn. Nothing more, nothing less. Simply because you have a god complex. Then he put his hand on All for One's head. So, you think that by killing me you will accomplish something? That the evil will stop? No, it won't. And I know it. Light and darkness, evil and good will always coexist. That's a given. I'm not as foolish or naive as I was as a kid. Or a couple of years ago actually. I learned a lot from my previous teacher. But with you gone, the people under you can breathe a bit. At least for a while. While I don't know what will happen in the future, I know that I will put a stop to it. So goodbye All for One, and hope you rot in hell. And don't worry, while I destroy your soul and send it to the afterlife, your body will follow shortly. Let's say a week or two. Then Izuku smirked a bit. While I am a hero, I can still use deception. While with you gone, it will be good for everyone. Not everyone will understand what I did. All for One smirk. So you do have some evil inside of you after all, huh? Izuku chuckled a bit. You know what's funny, All for One? I'm not fully human. A part of me is angel, because of the wings. Another part is a devil. So you can say I'm the better part of 3 worlds. Enough talk. Goodbye. Then Izuku torched All for One. All for One screamed for a bit, then his soul disappeared. Izuku closed his eyes and sighed, but he reopened them when he heard people thanking him. He looked ahead, and he saw all the souls that All for One had inside of him. Izuku smiled, but he thought, for someone that lived for over 100 years, I thought it would be much more than this. He shrugged, thinking nothing of it. The souls slowly disappeared, leaving him with the previous vessels. Nana put her hand on his shoulder. I know it's hard, Izuku, but you're right, you had to do it. Even the soul of All Might put his hand on Izuku's shoulder, and even though he doesn't have a face, Izuku knew that he's smiling at him. Izuku thanked them, then he went back to the real world. In the real world, after the massive shockwave that happened, everyone covered their eyes, because when Izuku punched, he also used his flames. So when everyone opened their eyes again, they can see an alive All For One laying on the ground, missing an arm, and Izuku floating above him. Everyone stood quiet for a few seconds, until Izuku lifted his hand up in the air, signaling that he won, and cued the applause and cheers. But after this, everyone was taken to the hospital for a quick checkup, especially All Might since he technically died, and they want to make sure that nothing happened. And of course Izuku, but he was adamant on not giving them any blood to test. He was good as it is, and he doesn't want to let these people use him as a lab rat. But that was only half of it. The real reason is because he knows that he's not fully human anymore. Him and Zaratos had a talk after the fight, and he explained that at first he was going to choose his mom as his user, because she was alone and doesn't have any relative, so she was the perfect candidate. But then he found out that she was pregnant with him, so he decided to do a gamble. All his previous containers were human with their own dark side. Him, on the other hand, was completely innocent, with zero hatred inside of him, so he not fall into hatred. Of course, Izuku did ask if there is any side effects, and the answer was yes. Because of his early influence, quite literally when he was being created, he took some part of Zaratos, so in a weird way, they are related now. So he's technically part human, part devil, part angel. Sure, he's a little bit weaker than his full power Zaratos, but in time, he will reach him. Heck, he might even surpass him, and Izuku grinned at that. Sure, it will take him some time to adjust of not being fully human, but luckily, surprisingly, someone wanted to talk to him. John, in the flesh. And of course Izuku was surprised. Happy but surprised. And he asked how. Simple? I'm a king of hell. I couldn't keep in touch with you too much because of my duties, but now I was able to free at least a day. Keeping those bastards locked up is way harder than you think. Izuku chuckled at that. Wait, you mean lock up? That mean... Yes, I saw his soul. And trust me, and he grinned. He's not enjoying himself. Izuku nodded, happy to hear that. Then to another surprise, Zaratos come out of Izuku's body. He still have his skeleton body, but he have angel wings now. And he also explained to John what happened. So Izuku will be the last Ghost Rider? Yes and no. With Izuku being the way he is, if he decides in the future to have some brats of his own with his orange-haired girlfriend, they will inherit the power, and they can take on the title if they wish. Blaze understands with a smoke on his face because he saw Izuku's face, and he's really uncomfortable talking about this. Ghost Rider or not, half angel, half human or not, he's still a 15-year-old kid. Izuku quickly changed the topic and asked about Zaratos' new form. Will he always be a skeleton? For a time, sadly yes. With your help and kindness, I was able to get rid of the curse that the devil put on me. So just like when you cut yourself and the wound healed, there's always be a scar, at least for a time. Izuku understands in 3-part ways, and John promised that he will visit once in a while. He cannot leave his post for too long, and Izuku tell him he might one day visit him. The two of them riding their motorcycles in hell sounds like fun. John start laughing and he tell him, "Oh, don't worry kid, we will do that, with the others." Others? You mean? Yes, the previous one. Somehow all of us come up with the same thing. Maybe it's because of you. He looked at Zaratos. I don't know what you're talking about. The three laugh and they part ways. And of course Izuku did have a conversation with All Might about what he did and how he killed All For One. All Might sighed, but he understood why he did it. All For One had to go. But sadly with this there will be a vacuum and people will fight to take his place. But that will be a problem for the future. So fast forward a bit, and Yue implemented door system. Izuku was a bit against it because he got used to his freedom, but he understands that he have to go because 1. He's in danger, and 2. Everyone know that he's a Ghost Rider, so he cannot do that anymore. On top of that, it turned out that he lost his skeleton form. Each time he transformed, he went straight to his angel form. It kind of disappointed Izuku. He knew that the other form was perfect for intimidation, but he suddenly took the bullet. So after everyone got settled in, one day Bakugo called Izuku outside. They need to talk. Izuku knew what's going on, so he just followed him. They went to the fake city, and Bakugo starts stretching. You know that I'm stronger than you. Way stronger than you, Izuku said, in a calm tone. Yeah, who will see about that? Really? I have defeated number 2 hero live on TV, and defeated number 1 hero worst enemy, while you were captured by his lackeys. Face it ready, you cannot beat me. And I'm done being your punching bag and stress relief toy. So hear my advice. If you are going to do this, I will destroy you. Bakugo scoffed and charged Izuku, and like Izuku said, he didn't hold back. He waited until Bakugo is close, then he blitzed him and delivered a furious gut punch that knocked the wind out of him and destroyed ground around them. Bakugo is on his back gasping for air. How? Why? Then he starts crying a bit. I'm going to be blunt. You're a bastard. At first we were friends, but because of your superiority complex and your arrogance, you turned me into your punching bag. Just because I was not able to defend myself. But when I start doing it, you hit me even more because I show you how weak you are. Because you're nothing but a whiny little brat. And we both know if I tell Aizawa what you did to me, you'll be lucky if he just expelled you from UA. And I know why you feel guilty, because All Might is retiring. Newsflash, he's old. Avon retired at some point. It just happened that the last fight happened because you're kidnapped. You could have been anyone. But not going to lie, I'm kind of thankful they did that. Because I can see they taught you something. A bit of humility. Something I tried and failed to do. So you can cry, beg or apologize. At this point, I don't care. Because your words mean nothing to me. Only actions matter. You want my forgiveness? You have to work for it. And if after you get it, after months, years, I don't care. We will never be friends. At best we'll be associates or acquaintance. Because every action have consequence, Bakugo, and this is yours. You made your bed, now you have to lie in it. And forgiveness and atonement will not be easy. I could have destroyed you. I could have burned you alive. I could have punished you by using my penance tear to show you all the pain that you caused me and everyone else. Destroying your morality and soul permanently. But I didn't. And that's all the mercy that you will have, just because you are once my friend. Then he turned around and started walking. And by the way, what you have with Kurishima is a good and honest friendship. So don't mess it up like I did with ours. Of course, Aizawa was informed about this fight. So he punished them 3 days for Bakugo and 1 day for Izuku. Yes, I know, it's less than canon. After this, nothing happened until the Two Hero Rising movie. So Izuku spent his time getting used to his new form, but still there is something bugging him, like something went wrong, and he doesn't know what it is, but he can feel it. So after Class 20 was dispatched to the island, everything was easy. Sure, Izuku let his classmate do most of the work because he's far stronger than them, and they need the experience, unlike him. Heck, even when 9 and his cronies shows up, the fighting quickly escalates, with Izuku taking 9 along, and he can see the similarities with All for One, even though he's different. And everyone else fighting the others, with Bakugo and Todoroki being the heavy hitters. And with them combined, even Chimera cannot stand a chance. And for Izuku, he doesn't even need to use One for All. His Ghost Rider form alone is way stronger than 9. Even with him going all out, Izuku easily blitzed him. 9 tried to touch Izuku to take his quirk, and Izuku let him. But sadly he met a rude awakening. When he touched him, his hand got burned. Badly. I can smell it in you. The scent of death. You're dying. That's why you're after the kid. You want his quirk so you can survive. You're just like him. You just want to take and take. 9 tried to explain his point of view about him creating a new world and whatnot, but Izuku quickly stopped him. All your villains are the same, preaching about new world and equality. But what about the kid? What about the people that you hurt, that you took the quirk from? How about their lives, huh? Did you think about that? Of course you didn't. You just see what you want to see. Lemons term you're a coward. You bent over when life got hard. And Izuku's eyes are glowing. And let me show you consequences of your actions. Then he used a penance tear on him and 9 scream in pain. Then he promptly pass out. Izuku grabbed him by Black Whip. We will have a lot to talk, especially with your resemblance with All for One, and if there is any people like you. Soon the hero shows up, and the heroes in training deliver the villains. Izuku explained to All Might about 9 and about his multiple quirks, so they swiftly and quietly took 9 and his team. Last thing they want is multiple people like All for One. They have it hard enough with the new moves. They don't want that now. And about the school festival, even though it happened, Izuku, even though reluctantly a bit, still captured Gentle Criminal, because he can see his sins, except for petty crimes, and armed robbery of course. He didn't kill anyone. Sure, he hurt the heroes, or he let them hurt themselves using his quirk, but that's it. Heck, even during their fight, Gentle tried to push Izuku away, not to fight him or hurt him. He only used Lava Lava quirk as a last resort. Then you have the event of the World Heroes mission. Since Izuku did do his internship in Night Eye, I'm a bit split on making him go to Night Eye or go to Endeavor with Shoto to make sure that nothing happened to him. You know that Endeavor changed after becoming #1 hero and fighting that high-end Numu. But still he have his doubt, so I'm mostly leaning to go to Endeavor. So the events are almost the same. Izuku going to the French branch, Izuku encounter and stop Rody after the suitcase were changed. But when the police aim their guns at them, Izuku can feel their malice and he knows something is wrong, especially since it aimed at him and Rody, so he quickly took him and ran away. After that he was accused of killing people, and surprisingly Endeavor was furious and against it. He realized that Izuku was looking after Shoto from the beginning, and that included defeating him in the sport festival. Sure, his pride hurt a bit, but he understand. Heck, even when he was the Ghost Rider, he was doing good. That's why he was let scot-free. He didn't do any property damage, and he was helping people. Sure, he was breaking the laws with using his quirk, but come on. The kid did more good than most heroes. So hearing this comeback saying that he's a criminal is just outrageous. So after calling Izuku and explaining the situation, Izuku was forming a plan. He didn't tell Endeavor about his unique abilities of tracking, so he know what Flict is. Rody, he cannot take him with him, it's too dangerous. He cannot leave him alone because he can feel corruption, so the second he's alone, they either capture him or just kill him, either by the police or the other villains. So Izuku summoned his bike, shocking Rody. He even asked how he did that. Izuku was a bit surprised, so he doesn't know who he is. You don't follow hero news, do you? He shook his head. Too busy surviving. Izuku nodded. He can respect and understand that. He even chuckled a bit. Yeah, life sometimes is not fair. So two of them drive to the other country, but when night came, Rody called the humanizers and they come to kill him. Luckily Izuku saved him in the nick of time, and Izuku used his super strength to time them up, but they need to leave for Rody's sake. So they managed to get into the border, but once again they get attacked. Izuku had enough, and this time he decided to do some damage. So he quickly destroyed the chopper, leaving the two villains, and they are easy work. Izuku is just too fast, too strong, and if they manage to hurt him, he can instantly regenerate. Then Bakugo and Todoroki show up, and then they told Izuku about the real purpose of the suitcase. And they found the hidden compartment, but soon they found what exactly is inside of it, the message, the key, and the location. So that's where he is, Izuku commented. Wait, Midoriya, you know where he is? Shoto asked after hearing his tone of his voice. Izuku sighed. What we will hear, stay between us, got it? The three nod. I have a special ability that lets me track anyone, anywhere. I only need a picture and I will find him. The three would gobsmack. Why did you not tell Endeavor about this? Shoto said. Izuku sighed once again. Because I don't trust the Hero Safety Committee in Japan. Doing our provisional license exam, remember that they called me to talk, right? The two nod, Bakugo and Todoroki. At first I thought they were going to talk to me about me being the Ghost Rider and whatnot. But actually they give me an opportunity to be their pawn. Of course they did try to play it out as a internship of sorts, but I saw right through them. They have malicious intent. They want to use me as their pawn. So if I tell Endeavor about my own technique, they will be much more insistent about me working for them. Just imagine, they just give me a picture and I know where to find you. People like that will be frothing at the mouth of having power like that under their thumb, and they will use any means necessary to do that. And when he said that, the three catch on. They will target his family. Do you understand? The three nod. Good. Anyway, now we should go, but my bag can only take 2 people. Then Cody chimed in. I know a way. So they flew. So just like the anime, when they arrived, they start shooting at them. So they split, with Todoroki fighting the beast, and Bakugo going against Orochimaru's kids, and Izuku fighting Flicts, if you call it that. Of course, because of his quirk nature, he was not able to touch him at first, but he quickly was able to reach his limits. And Izuku this time decided to use one for all, to speed up the process. He didn't go 100%, he only used like 10, maybe 15, even that was overkill. After that he quickly went to check on Rody, and luckily, Rody using Pino was able to deactivate the bombs. They laughed a bit, and Izuku healed him. You can heal people? He asked. What else can you do? Quite a lot actually, but I mainly use it to help people. Rudy smiled. You really are different, you know? You have all this power, but you're not cocky. If I don't know any better, I will think that you are actually an angel. Izuku laughed sheepishly, but inside his head, all the previous users are saying the same thing. if he only knew. After this, the police quickly shows up, the good ones, and he quickly captures Flicht. His name is so hard. You know what I mean, goddammit, I'm not going to say it again. Anyway, the blue guy and his coat was taken away. After this, everyone went a separate way, but Izuku cannot help it by feeling that something bad is going to happen. And in the laboratory, Shigaraki is talking with the doctor and explain how Nai was captured, and they cannot get him. It's alright, we will go for number 2, and they show a picture of Flicht. After this, time went on a bit, and the League of Villains attacked the Hero Safety Committee. All the members died in explosions except for 2, the President and her right-hand man. They are currently in hospital in critical condition. Well, they have been for a couple of weeks already. They are laying down, still asking how they survived, and they got the answer when a portal of flames opened up beside them and Izuku walked out. Look at this, this is a sorry sight. How? They ask. Don't bother your pretty head with this. Let's just say it's one of my many abilities. And the reason I'm here is to show you this. He grabbed a remote of the TV and opened the news channel, and they're talking about them. All the bad deeds that they did. Their eyes widen. How? Well, Izuku smirk. A little angel give them the information after your servers were gracious enough and donate the information. Why? Simple. You tried to use me. I saw right through your little proposal last time we met. I know if I said no immediately, you will start using force. Not on me, on people that close to me, aka my mother. You did it before and I know you will do it again. So that's why I played along and shook your hands. And this is also why you're alive. Their eyes widen and Izuku smirk even more. My cure can also heal, and I put a small portion of my power inside of you, because I figure out that you will get attacked sooner or later, and you dying there will be merciful, and you don't deserve it. I want you to stay alive long enough to see everything that you build crumple to the ground. Everyone know about your bad deed, and every person that you hurt will get his revenge. And if you think you are going to heaven because of what you did, let me show you something. He snapped his fingers, and a small portal opened up in front of them, and they can see basically hell, and their colleagues are burning there. Well, look what we have here, a voice spoke up. Hey Uncle John. Uncle? The Hero Safety Committee yelled. Sup brat, it's been a while. Yeah, I've been busy being a hero, saving the world. John laughed. Been there, done that. So why these two are still alive? I can sense your power coming from them. Oh, I want to give them a proper Ghost Rider farewell. John grinned. Oh really? Did I did something wrong? Izuku got serious. They tried to use me as their puppet. Oh, I see. I approve. Thank you. So what will happen now? The Hero Safety Committee head asked, frightened. Oh, since now everyone know about your bad deed, I will send you straight to the underworld with a proper farewell gift. And his eyes start glowing. Look into my eyes and feel the people's pain. The two scream. Because of the commotions, the doctors arrive, but Izuku already left using a portal. They try to calm them down, but after a couple of seconds, they stop moving entirely. The doctor sigh. He doesn't know if he should feel happy or sad. He knows what they did, but still. Back to Izuku. When he arrived at UA, a small portal opened up and John started talking to him. Izuku, I have some weird news. Weird? How? It's about All for One. Izuku got serious. A piece of his soul is missing. Missing? John nod. I saw it a few times before, but this is a bit concerning. Missing. Oh no, don't tell me. What's wrong? It's just a hunch, but if I'm right, All for One is not fully gone. And this, we are going to end it now. Thank you guys for watching, and the next part will be the last, so hope you guys will enjoy it, and hope you enjoy this one. And if you do, drop a like, it does help me quite a lot, and see you guys soon. Peace.